Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Today we are talking about something pretty important, and I don't know if y'all heard about it or not, but this is about Roger Stone. Now, if y'all remember, Roger Stone came off like this wonderful, nice, sweet old man, and this Christian, and this patriot, and this big Trump supporter, right? And we were all rooting for him. We all felt bad for him. You remember he said that the FBI came and pulled him out of his home in his pajamas and he didn't do anything. He's just, it was politically motivated and he's just this sweet little old man. Well, turns out Roger Stone is anything but sweet, innocent, Christian, or anything of the sort. In fact, he's pretty vile and disgusting, and he's trying to set Trump up. And I've got the proof. I don't know if y'all have seen it yet, but I'm going to show you. He had a documentary being done about him from a Danish TV station, and they were riding with him for quite some time and recording everything. And I've got quite a clip to show you. But first, let me show you the clip that all the news media is using, thinking, boy, Roger Stone, he's telling the truth and he's coming out and confessing all about President Trump. That's really not what's going on. Let me show you.
March, but they can't even tell us where to go. So it doesn't make any sense.
I think you just got your answer.
That we're not speaking?
Yeah. I mean, if we were speaking, we'd have transportation, as Giuliani did. It's fun. Let's go upstairs and watch this on TV. It was very clear I was never on their list. Whole thing was a con job. No, it's infuriating. It's just childish and it's amateurish. That's why they lost. They don't know what they're doing. Yeah, I hear you. All right, I will talk to you in a bit. Yep. I don't understand how...
Okay, so you heard that. Now that's Roger Stone acting sweet and innocent for the news media. Now let me let you hear where you're going to hear what he's really like, who he really is when he forgets that the camera is on him or he doesn't even realize it. You're going to hear the truth here.
Right. Well, you don't understand people. I do. Rod should hold a press conference today and call for Trump's impeachment. That's what I would do. I'm going to do it. I'm supporting impeachment. He must be removed. His son Jared must be prosecuted. I want to know how money changed hands on Bannon. I want a federal investigation. I'm filing a complaint with the FBI this afternoon. Fuck these people. Right. So, right. Exactly. Which is why I'm for the impeachment. I want impeachment. I'm going to work very hard for it. I'm not kidding. He betrayed Bernie, betrayed Rudy, he betrayed everybody. So he has to go. Run again. You'll get your fucking brains beat in. Right, which is good, unfortunately, for Pat, because he's easy to find. Fuck these people. Let's be very clear. There is no Vatican, cocksucker. It's one sentence. So if you're in a meeting and he says that, you punch him in the mouth as hard as you can to make your point. It's one sentence. We're not stupid. There is no paperwork, you cocksucker. He needs to be impeached. He needs to be denounced and impeached. The greatest single mistake in American history. He's surrounded by morons, and he surrounded himself by morons. And a good long sentence in prison, he'll give him a chance to think about it. Because the Southern District's coming for him, and he did nothing. You want to fight? Let's fight. Fuck you. Fuck you and your abortionist bitch daughter. Obviously, if you use any of that, I'll murder you.
So there you see, he's definitely not on America's side. He's not on President Trump's side. He never has been. He's been on the side of evil and corruption, like so many politicians, so many in government that we're seeing. None of us knew how bad it was, how deep it went, and obviously President Trump didn't either. And Roger Stone, I started looking into him, and he is a nightmare. So, we know in 2016 he was arrested, right? Well, what do you think of the part where he tells the camera guy that he's going to murder him if he uses any of that? I mean, wow. What a mouth on the guy. He's terrible. And he's been wanting to impeach Trump. He's been behind a lot of it since this first all started. The thing is, I don't think Trump knew. It's got to be difficult when you're not a career politician and you go into politics, especially going in and becoming president, knowing who you can trust and who you can't. These people were supposed to be on the side of the America, of the working man, of the Republicans. And he's just garbage. He's trash. So in 2016, he was arrested. And what was he arrested for? Well, look at this. It says, what about Roger Stone? Stone was found guilty of lying to Congress about his attempts to contact WikiLeaks, the website that released damaging emails about President Trump's 2016 Democrat election rival Hillary Clinton. On Wednesday night, the longtime Trump friend and advisor welcomed his upgrade from a commutation to a full pardon. He said he had been the victim of a Soviet-style show trial on politically motivated charges, reports Politico. Stone has been urging President Trump on his way out of the White House to also pardon WikiLeaks co-founder Julian Assange and National Security Agency leaker Edward Snowden. Okay, now, I don't know. I would think that Edward Snowden should get a pardon, but honestly, we don't know. We don't know everything about him and everything behind the scenes. That's something President Trump actually knows. Now, Julian Assange, I've heard a lot of people gripe and be like, why didn't President Trump give him a pardon, and kind of pissy about it. We don't know anything really about him either, and personally, I heard the videotape, I don't know if y'all did, where he was talking to the FBI and everything, and I'm not trying to pass judgment on him. I don't know him personally, never met him, but if you heard that conversation, something about him gives me the creeps. It gives me a bad vibe in my stomach, and I've never been able to shake it. Ever since I heard it, I was just like, I felt icky after I heard him talking, like he's a pervert or something, just something not right in my gut. Now, I could be wrong, and again, I'm not trying to pass judgment on the guy, but if President Trump didn't pardon him, it's for good reason. I think Roger Stone pulled a fast one over on President Trump. I think President Trump thought he was nice and kind, just like the rest of us did, and he was on the side of America, and found out the hard way that Roger Stone is not a good person. I mean, as we can clearly see. What is funny, though, is that all the major news media is running with this whole story, the first video I showed you, of how, he's just coming out and telling the truth. So look, y'all got to share this. Y'all got to share this everywhere. This needs to be known, who and what Roger Stone actually is, because he's no friend of America, and he's no friend of any of the general public. He's dirty as they come, and I'm sure he's sold his soul for anything he can get. And there's a lot more on him as I was looking up. Did y'all know in 2017 he was part of a Pride festival, right? And he and his wife are swingers, And he's been in some hot mess for that too. But look at this picture right here. This is pretty disgusting and vile. Now, this is Roger Stone obviously getting his face licked at a pride event, which he marched in, by the way, and that was in 2017. Now, let me show you the other picture I came up with. Now, this was in 2004, I believe I have that right. Top dole aide caught in group sex ring. Now, this is his wife, and him posting ads for swinging and all this stuff. Did y'all know that Roger Stone was an advisor for Ronald Reagan as well as Dole and Bush? And so, I mean, I can see why people were probably advising President Trump, hey, this is who you want to use. He's been good. He's worked for past Republican presidents and been very successful. And of course, President Trump, he's got to go off, try and judge the best he can off his advisors. He's got so many different people he had to hire and depend on and put a little bit of faith and trust into to trust that they were there to help America, there to get things done because they cared and they were patriots. It would be impossible. Think about it. Put yourself in his situation. You're new to politics and you got faith that, there's a swamp and you want to drain it, but I'm sure nobody knew how deep and bad the swamp actually is. I mean, come on. Look how bad corruption is. It's just the wickedness everywhere. There's very few. I'm sure he probably thought about 10% of politicians, Congress, all that were dirty. And it turns out you're probably lucky if there's 10 to 3% that aren't wicked and dirty at this point from what we're seeing. It's mind-blowing. I've had my mind blown ever since the veil got lifted, if you know what I mean, right? I'm sure a lot of y'all do. Do you want to take the blue pill or you want to take the red pill? And you're like, oh my goodness. When I first started digging, I was like, this can't be real. This is just too much. This is crazy. Can you imagine how President Trump felt when he started digging? I'm sure it was overwhelming for him. Completely overwhelming. And these people are supposed to be on his side. I'm sure a lot of it was hurtful. And it kind of makes you wonder about Giuliani, doesn't it? Knowing that he's, Roger Stone is actually kind of speaking for him and grouping himself with him. I'm kind of like, I don't know now. I'm not sure. Before I was kind of on his side, and now not so much. But Roger Stone is one thing after another. And President Trump pardoned him. I mean, what an ungrateful piece of crud. And I'm sorry for the pictures. I know they're risque. But I want y'all to see. He's also got a tattoo of Nixon on his back, which is really weird. I think Roger Stone might be a little on the fairy side, which maybe that's why he was in a gay pride thing. He said it was for somebody he was supporting, but I think he swings whichever way. That guy is just sick, weird, and absolutely disgusting. Well, I came across all this information, and I wanted to get it out for y'all, and I hope you will share this so the more and more people know we need to get this spread out there because the left is trying to use Roger Stone right now against President Trump and trying to say that, he tried to perpetuate the whole election fraud thing and confided in him. And he's just coming up with all sorts of lies. He's a con man and a liar and a cad. And he's just disgusting, vile human being. And every conservative needs to know it. Every Republican needs to know it. And even the Democrats and independents need to know it. So you guys share it everywhere. And let me know in the comments what you know or have heard about Roger Stone. Because I'm sure there's a lot more. I bet this is just the tip of the iceberg, honestly, that I'm showing y'all. So whatever you got on him, share it with me. Let me know, because the way we're going to do better and get ahead is by sharing information with each other. And I appreciate y'all, and thank y'all for watching. Please be sure and check out my other videos if you haven't yet. Take a moment, give me a follow, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, give me a like, and I will be pumping out some more videos. And I'm going to also try streaming. So y'all stay watchful for that, because I would really, really appreciate it if y'all would be there for me whenever I start streaming. Never done it before, but I'm very excited about it. I think it'll be fun. And hopefully I'll be able to see everybody with you chat so we can communicate during it. I think I've got that figured out. I appreciate you all, brothers and sisters. And I love you all, and I will see y'all very soon. Thank you for watching.